And I don't care about that sort of stuff. You know,
Right.
by all means, make a full lesbian Star Wars film. Like, I don't care about that. But you feel hectored. Like, you feel like someone's standing over your shoulder saying, "You see that?
Yeah.
That is what you're supposed to support. You're all homophobes." But that's good, right? That's what they're basically saying. They're saying you're all bad people. They don't trust human beings. They don't trust society.
And they're rabid. They're rabid about their need for compliance. Everyone must comply. There's a crazy one that I'll send it to you, Jamie, because I was sending it to a bunch of people about them calling for Captain Marvel to step down.
Right. Okay. Why?
Because let me find it for you. Hold on a second, because it's so fucking ridiculous. They want Captain Marvel to step down and be replaced by a gay woman of color.
Right. Yeah.
Because is that how the comic book was originally? Was the original comic book a gay woman?
Well, so no, I'm not a comic book fan, but I know that this is something that's particularly affected comic books in terms of Thor and Iron Man. Okay,
we need Brie Larson to step down from her role to prove she's an ally of social justice and ensure a gay woman of color plays the role. Let Monica, the original female and all caps black Captain Marvel, instead of whitewashing characters for the benefit of the straight white men running Disney. First of all, Disney is run by a woman. This should be clarified. I'm almost positive the CEO of entertainment at Disney is a woman.
Is that right?
Pretty sure that's true. Yeah.
They've still got Walt on ice, though, haven't they? He's still...
Yeah, they got his head.
Right,
least.
okay.
Is that...
Bob Iger.
No, but the entertainment, the CEO of... there's someone who runs the film division. Whitney Cummings is explaining it to me about how ridiculous it is.
But isn't Brie Larson...
Whoever makes the decisions.
Isn't Brie Larson super woke? Like, she's got a reputation for being incredibly woke.
Not woke enough if you're white.
But she was the one who said that she wanted to ban male journalists from her press junkets and from...
Maybe it's Fox.
You know, I don't think... Either way, I don't think you can... That reminds me of when... you know Camille Paglia, the academic...
Go back to that. She tries to ban male writers.
Oh, no, sorry. Brie Larson made a speech about how she felt that there were too many male critics assessing her work, and she wanted to actually implement some kind of strategy to prevent that from happening. Yeah, it was all over the press. So she's about as woke as it gets.
That's not woke enough. She needs to step down, because if you're really woke, you'll step down and show that you're an ally for social justice and give up those millions of dollars to some other person. But by the way, tell the studio that you're going to do that. Like, they're not going to fucking just decide, oh, you want us to cast a black gay woman? Let's do that.
And does it matter which black gay woman? Does it have to be someone who can act?
They
maybe
have to be the gayest, blackest woman you can find, because if you have like a half black and kind of gay, like pansexual woman, then that's a part of the patriarchy.
Right. That's a problem, isn't it? It's like when Obama fucks up, people blame it on his white side. It's like, because he's 50% white, he's 50% problematic. You can never have the kind of purity. Now, the example I was giving with Camille Paglia, because she's an academic who was asked to step down by her own students, and they said, to the faculty, you need to replace her with a queer woman of color. Like, who?
But why does a woman have to be queer? Why, if you want a woman of color, like, you see, this is the thing. It never ends. You can't be woke enough. And once it gets to queer woman of color and they've got one of those, they go, you know what? You should make room for a transgender.
And what if the queer woman of color is really bad at her job?
Too bad.
It doesn't matter.
You need to adapt. You need to help her.
Right,
and understand the society has fucked her over. And that's why she's not as good as Camille Paglia was.
So again, it gets back to one of their fundamental premises, that they don't believe in objective truth. They think objective truth. This is a postmodern thing, right? They don't believe in it.
It's also these people that you're talking about, they haven't built these structures that they want to tear down. Right? They're not a part of the construction of these enormous film studios, enormous entertainment empires.
Yeah.
That's, so they want to step in to something that not only have they not built, but they're not capable of building.
Right.
Because they're wrapped up in this fucking wacky ideology that doesn't allow you to be creative.
So how do we get out of it? Like,
that's a good question. That's why I brought you in here. I was hoping you know.
Well, I've got ideas.
Yeah?
I've got a few ideas, right? Because I think we're reaching a kind of tipping point. Like I say, like, there's so many people who are really sick of it.